to the New Old Heads podcast, premiered every Thursday at noon at bringingdowntheband.com and brought to you by No Bad Ideas, Coleman Dental, Printfinity, and Indie CD and Vinyl. Support the New Old Heads by visiting our Patreon at patreon.com/newoldheads.
Episode 166 of the New Old Heads podcast. I am Major 7th. I make beats and my Focusrite is working well as of late.
Great.
Thank you, sir. Across the table as always, fresh to death with that new Adidas hoodie. My man Lonegevity. How are you, sir?
Doing all right, Michael.
I like that, man. It's good. You got that online?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Okay, that's what's up. Glad everything worked out for you.
Me too, and you as well.
Didn't work out for me.
I see you've been making beats though.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to do a little something, man, but I didn't get a hoodie or anything from Adidas, but oh well. Maybe next time, maybe next year. Across the table, fresh to death as always. Wearing Adidas stuff.
I bought it.
Ironically. Oh, you bought it? Okay. No Bad Ideas, fresh to death. My man, DJ Jay Diff. How are you, sir?
Salutations.
Good to see you, brother.
I'm pretty good, man. How you doing?
I'm good, man. Good to see you as always.
Yeah.
How's have you done any online shopping as well or no?
You know, I did.
Yeah. Everything work out for you?
All the time.
Good. I like
and
that.
And all the time, it works out.
I like that. To my
See what you did there.
To my immediate left, the incomparable DJ Spoolz, who is also the CEO of his own life. How are you,
true.
sir?
Oh man, I'm all right. How are you?
Good to see you, man. How's everything?
Everything's okay.
I see you rocking the No Bad Ideas joint.
Yeah, got the No Bad Ideas hat.
And they take care of us. We appreciate them. Actually, you as well. I got one on.
You said that.
3 out of 4. Lone's just rocking Adidas. They need to send us a check, man. Adidas need to send us a check.
His mic is rocking No Bad Ideas.
Until they do,
enough.
stop mentioning them.
You're right. Good point. The voice you just heard was
That took a turn.
yeah, I know, right? The voice that you heard was Jay Moore. He's in the building as always. He's on the couch locked and loaded. Red August is in the building as well.
Mm-hmm.
My man Joe Harvey's in here also. He is sitting in on this episode. Good to see him as always.
All the way from Hawaii.
Yes. So he is back at
And then
the crib.
Korea. Well, yeah, you know.
This man is well traveled from what I understand. So it's good to see him as well. All right. So before I go into the rundown, is there anything anybody wants to say before we get started?
I've really liked this hoodie, man.
Sharp.
Looks
Sharp
warm.
I like it, man.
It's very warm. It's
Yeah.
very big.
yeah.
Like thick.
Roomy. Yeah.
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 I want
roomy.
to say shout out to Zach Randolph. He's retiring.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's one of my favorite players.
17
the last,
years in the
like,
league.
Yeah. North Central Conference,
15,
man.
20
Marion.
years.
Shout out to Zebo, man. He had a great career, man. I think he, if I'm not mistaken, if he didn't retire averaging a double, he's close. Like it's like 17 and 9 point something. I don't know, but
That's good for a whole career.
Yeah.
that's really good. He's a 2-time All-Star, if I'm not mistaken. Had a great career in Marion, man, when we were coming up, and went to Michigan State, did some good things. So shout out to that brother, man. That is a very good career if you think about it.
Looks like he won that. Remember when it was him against Jared Jeffries?
Yes,
It looks like he won.
I remember that.
Jared Jeffries had kind of a long career, but I would say Zach definitely won.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because Jared Jeffries is more like, he definitely was a journeyman. Like he was on a lot of teams. Zebo, he had a good stint in Portland.
He played for 5.
Yeah, he really got busy in Memphis. Like I think that was probably, if I was to say that was his apex, it definitely was in Memphis. So yeah, shout out to Zebo, man. It's good to see people, from the area. We got a chance. I played against him when he was in the 7th and 8th grade. Like he couldn't even, like he was putting it together. You know what I'm saying? Like he still was kind of uncoordinated or whatever. He still was scoring on us because he was just taller than us. But
Did you play him in high school?
yes.
Okay.
And
'Cause
from
I remember that. I was at the game.
Oh yeah,
we
from
played him there.
from his 9th grade year to his 10th grade year, something changed. Like I don't know what it was, but from a skill set standpoint, just size, ability.
Was he always kind of big, or did he grow too?
He grew up.
Because he was nimble. He was like quick.
Always
and
had good feet, good hands. But between that 9th and 10th grade year, I think he grew an extra couple inches and everything kind of clicked. And it was a wrap after that. Like it was over with. So, salute to the homie, man. Always been the few times that I've had a chance to meet him, always been a good brother, man. He's a solid dude. So
For sure.
congratulations to him on a great career, for sure.
No doubt.
That was good.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so let's jump into the rundown. Let's see. So Juicy J, 3-6 Mafia, legendary status. Shout out to Memphis.
Shout out to Duke Deuce.
Yeah, shout out to Duke Deuce.
Crunk ain't dead.
That's my guy. Crunk ain't dead. He came out basically apologizing for his role in promoting drug use. And it says, over the past couple of years, a number of high-profile rappers have lost their lives due to suspected drug overdoses. They mentioned Lil Peep, Mac Miller, and also, recently we talked about, Juice WRLD. But Juicy J released a statement saying, we need to recognize that the shit that we talk about influences children. So when we are steady pushing a message of lean, Percocets, and Xans, we are polluting the minds of the youth. This is what he told TMZ. We have a responsibility to give it to them in a real way. Not to say that you can't talk about your real life and the things that are happening, but I think that we need to start holding each other and ourselves accountable for our glorification of drug culture. 100%.
Yeah, I'm sorry I laughed.
It's cool.
When you said that, I just thought of a Juicy J lyric.
It's all right, man. We've been assholes the last couple weeks. It's
like,
cool.
Smoked
shout out to
out,
Jay Moore.
Snorted out, drunken and I'm blowed.
Jay Moore been contributing to that assholeness.
Look, he has a song.
Huh?
It's a collaboration. I can't remember who it was, called My Hoes, They Do Drugs. And it's a fantastic record. I love it.
It's a fantastic album.
And
Seems
his
like you
verse,
like it, brother.
Pusha T is on it. It's just great.
Yeah, okay.
Look it up.
Shout out to the hoes that do drugs. All right, so
Don't shout them out.
No, sorry. I'll take that back. We don't want to shout them out. So here's my question. Like I've social media is crazy, man. You see responses from goofies, people that might have actual input, and then people that are just out of work and just making comments. So what do y'all think about this? Is this legit? Do you think this is sincere coming from him? And even if it's not, do you think it'll spark the conversation, moving forward from some of the rappers that might be in that lane? I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there to see what y'all think. Jay Diff, since you was laughing, let's go ahead and start with you, brother.
I'm just saying.
Huh?
I'm smoked out, snorted out.
Yeah.
Drunken and I'm blowed.
Yeah. Snorted out is what really sticks out.
Snorted
to me.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah, I mean, he's probably sincere about it, but it's a little too late.
Is it?
I mean,
I don't know.
Think about it. It's already out there.
Is it too late though?
A lot of people
bring it up.
It's not too late for him to apologize. No, that's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
It's not too late for the apology, but I mean, it's already documented. If it was going to affect anybody, I mean, 3-6 Mafia hasn't made a collective album in how long?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
I have to look it up. It's been a while.
Yeah, so
I'll get the date.
That shit is already embedded in the history of.
Right.
So, I mean, it's a little too late for that. And like I said, it made me chuckle a little bit because I'm just thinking of Juicy J lyrics. Yeah. Although I did not partake into the drugs and things that they were speaking of. I definitely was chanting those songs along with the other Pike graduates because that was they shit.
I see you.
Back in like 97, 98,
3-6 Mafia did do well on the northwest side of Indianapolis.
It definitely did.
Last to Walk. Let's see. I believe that was 2008. That was the last.
That don't even count.
That don't count? Okay.
No.
All right. I'm just saying.
Like when they was like tear the club up thugs and all that shit.
Yeah.
We talked about this a few weeks ago.
They had Side to Side on that record though, didn't they? That was a solid record.
Track list.
No, they had some solid shit.
3-6 Mafia was kind of at their time rapping about doing coke, and nobody else was really rapping about that.
Definitely.
At that time.
People rapped about weed, but coke was another level.
Like smoking weed was, everybody raps about that, but doing coke, that was interesting.
Right.
It was like to hear that, But people were doing coke. It was just like this taboo to rap about for a while because I think of, probably the addictive nature of it.
Had to be smoking, snorting something to be up them 4 or 5 days.
Yeah. Project Pat. Yeah. I heard he shot somebody, man.
Oh my goodness, man.
No,
Remember I
think
tried to put you on Project Pat?
You did, man. I came on home on the first couple albums, but I still say Pastor Troy's that dude. That's
fuck
not
out
for
of here.
another. That's for another day. Go ahead,
yeah,
Spoolz.
that's no man.
Stop, Spoolz. Go ahead,
That'll be
man.
another day. But good. I do think it's good that he has said this, and like. But I'm curious to know what kind of influence outside of making music he can have. You know,
Yeah, I mean,
outside of a comment like this.
Okay.
but
Go ahead, Lon. I'm
It's
sorry.
another question. Do we and should we expect more from his apology? I mean, he just apologized.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's not like he's saying, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to donate $6 million to
To
crackheads."
something. Right.
Right. He's
You know,
being
shouts
accountable, by saying that
Shouts to Freddie Gibbs.
Oh man.
he's being accountable.
Good
for saying
crack.
To
that-
people that are on the good crack, I'm going to
Yeah.
donate $6 million to them.
He definitely shouts out. Shout out to Gibbs on
Hey,
that.
people
He
on
did-
crack live a long time, though.
Huh?
People on crack live a long time.
Say it again.
They don't even go to the doctor and shit. They just
Oh,
smoke
word?
crack.
It kills the cancer and everything, huh?
It kills all that shit.
You smoke crack, don't you?
Nah, I don't.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying, whenever, and you know what? A crackhead or
How lo-
somebody strung out on drugs, they have to be the most hustling motherfuckers
True.
on the face of the earth.
Let me
Because
a-
they gonna hustle up that money and get that
or
that dough.
robbinist motherfuckers.
a robber,
Keeling or something like that.
Keeling and robber.
Let me ask
Somebody
you a
show
question.
up at your house with a whole transmission talking about, I'll
Straight
give you
up.
this for $15.
$15.
with their eyes bugged out.
Yeah.
J Diff, let me ask you a question.
Oh,
man.
you're hustling.
Let me ask you a
I see
question. You talked about crackheads.
I'll buy
right?
that transmission.
Yeah, I don't need one, but I'll take it just because I respect your hustle.
Straight up.
J Diff, you talked about crackheads, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if we were to project out based off the movie, how long you think Sam's live?
Sam's still buying crack right now.
In real life.
Stop that, man. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm gonna
Don't do that.
disagree with you a smidge on that. I think crack wiped people out, man.
I don't know.
There was an era where
There aren't functioning crackheads.
Shit, they function enough to smoke.
oh my god, man.
The singular purpose, maybe.
Yeah, but they
Yeah.
don't.
They
Societally functioning crackheads have never. I don't think.
Yeah.
Maybe it starts that way for some people, but I think it just
Perhaps.
that's
That's tough. I don't know how to gauge
Crackhead
how well
is strong.
crackheads are doing. I don't know how to gauge that. So
crackheads.
maybe
Crackheads are strong, man.
maybe we can get Lone to do some research on.
I'm telling you, if you ever need some work done,
The bus.
find you a crackhead.
Lone, can you do some research on?
He'll lift whatever you tell him to lift.
As long as it's just lifting. Like,
Because they do a lot of exercise along with the crack.
That's
Yeah.
true.
You know.
A lot of cardio. So cardiovascular systems probably, does it balance out?
so are we out of the crack era? I think
Now we
are,
in
aren't
the
we?
now
This is
we're
a
in
totally
the,
different era
heroin
now.
epidemic, and it's
Yeah.
a disease.
Yeah.
We had
Facts.
one. We
Like,
had
who starts doing crack in 2019?
Yeah.
Good question.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, imagine it's still out there, but like
I think meth had its run for a minute too.
it's
Didn't
back.
True.
It's back
True.
big time.
it? Is it?
Yeah.
Meth is still running.
Yep. It's like pure now because they make it in Mexico. I mean, people still make it in their bathtubs and shit,
Heisenberg
you know?
is doing it.
But like
Wow.
they make it in Mexico. Like a lot of it comes from Mexico, and it's like very pure. But yeah, it's an opioid epidemic
Stop,
now.
man.
Yeah.
But there was a heroin epidemic in the 70s in the United States.
Yeah, there definitely was.
There was an opioid addiction epidemic in the United States quietly in like post World War II.
And after Vietnam.
Heroin and all
When
that,
everybody
and
was
its
coming back from
derivatives have
Vietnam.
never gone. Yeah, the 70s. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Heroin never seems
War?
to go anywhere.
it's
It just
never
takes
gone
different
away
forms.
completely.
True.
Yeah.
True. Well, I mean,
All right.
we get Lone.
Don't
You look
Over
at
dog
the
food.
you look at the pharmaceuticals, and then the government cracks down on those. So then heroin becomes more popular as a result because
Yeah.
people
Can't
are
get your
cracking down
perks.
on that. Yeah,
Well, you know,
and now it's cheaper. But now it's being mixed with like fentanyl and stuff, and like it's crazy, man.
You're going to die.
it's out of
Don't
my
do it.
league, brother. That's out of my league.
But
Maybe we can get Lone to do some research, data, perhaps. See what we can find on that.
I hope so.
I got a crazy theory that if the United States didn't want this many drugs in the country, they could absolutely do something.
Absolutely.
100%.
they could.
Yeah.
100%.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good call, Spoolz, on that one. I agree with you.
Call me nuts. Call me crazy.
Nah,
it's
you're not
the
crazy on
stimulus
that one.
package.
We know where most of it's coming from. You know what I mean? It's not like it's a fucking mystery.
Yeah, we've been knowing.
Like, where are these drugs coming from? Like, we know.
Yeah.
And it's real close.
You can't keep drugs
How are
out
these
of.
black people getting all these drugs?
You
Maybe-
can't
maybe-
keep drugs out of America. You can't even keep drugs out of prison.
Hey, maybe we can. Hey, what if we just built a
I just
bigger
think they don't
wall?
want to.
A bigger wall
Yeah.
for the to keep drugs out?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm with
because
that.
that's what stops it.
Yeah.
It's that,
100%.
it's that physical.
Meanwhile,
wall.
there's tunnels from Mexico to the United States.
Meanwhile, there's
fuck
submarines
that.
that they take to
Yeah.
bring that shit over.
Skip the
and-
tunnels,
They
man.
go in
Airplanes.
They go in submarines underneath the groundwater and then come up through little. I'm joking. They don't do that.
Yeah,
groundwater.
See, skip all that, man. Let's just focus on the wall. The higher the wall is, the less drugs will come into the United States.
Yep.
That's a fact. Even after Fam saw the tunnels, he was like, nah, this wall is going to be magnificent.
I watched some episode of something on Netflix where it talked about imports from China.
Yep.
And just how many like barriers, or what are they called? Not barriers. The trailers,
Containers.
containers. Thank you. Come in like every minute. It's
Yep.
like ridiculous. Like there's no way we can ever account for all that
Crack
shit.
down on that. Yeah.
If that's even how some of it comes in.
So that's interesting you bring that up. Not to tangent
That's how a
too
lot
far
of
off,
illegal fake goods come in. though.
Yeah.
Crazy.
a lot of legal. Sometimes, like, they bring people. I mean, did you hear
That's
about
true.
that thing where they found like 32 dead people, like in one of those containers in
I
like
did
the
not.
UK within the last couple months?
Oh no,
Yeah.
I've heard of it before, but
Why am I not surprised?
That happens on an episode of The Wire.
The
as
Wire,
well.
yeah.
But no, I was just listening to another podcast. It's called Things They Don't Want You to Know. Shout out to them. It's funny. It's a good podcast, but it's like they just it's history stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But they were talking about the history of the shipping industry and where it's at right now, and it's so corrupt. Like, there's so many thousands of containers that just every year go
just
missing.
fall off.
Oh,
the boat.
yeah.
Yeah.
They're large. They're
Very
Very
in this
large.
room.
It's
Like,
hard
you
to
know
lose
what I
a
mean? Like,
goddamn
yeah.
container. Like,
Yeah.
it's hard to lose that.
It's like, oh, just fell off the ship.
Don't know what happened to it.
Like, yeah, like
Well,
Sorry
just
for your luck.
Just mark that one off.
There's ports you go into that you have to like pay somebody under the table just to be able to do business and shit.
Yeah.
Like, and that's not even the tip of the iceberg. It's
It's real
crazy,
out there.
man.
Yeah.
But yeah, crazy theory. We could stop it or
Yeah, that's a bar, Spoolz. Yeah.
greatly reduce it if we wanted.
I've
to.
been
bar.
watching that series on Netflix called Rotten, and it's talking about the last two episodes I watched were on avocados and how that has fueled illegal or the drug trade in Mexico, and how that the cartels switched over to kind of
They
adapted throughout
dominate
time.
the avocado industry down
Yeah.
there too. Yeah.
And also how they regulate water in Chile and stuff like that. And
Oh, yeah?
yeah, I mean, stuff's bizarre. Like, I watched one on water and Nestle, and
I watched that one.
man, that shit pisses me
And
off.
That was about, actually, I had stopped drinking bottled water for about 3 years when I first watched that shit.
Really?
That's what's up. Yeah.
Yeah, but
I try my best not to.
they
This
had-
is 50% recycled plastic, so eat one, Mike.
they had like they were putting tariffs and shit, or people were getting in trouble for collecting rainwater.
Oh,
Yeah.
word?
Like it was against the law to collect rainwater.
But we allow, man,
Yeah, and like purify and like use a barrel, like a rain barrel. Yeah.
Yeah,
you know how much it
That's some
costs
bull.
for Nestle to have a pump in Michigan?
How much?
$200.
Oh, wow.
That's how much the permit is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. We should
Yeah,
be,
man.
we should be taxing the hell out of them. Man.
Water is going to be
It's gonna be the currency, man.
it's going to be like the scarcest thing
Yeah,
in not too long.
in like 10 years probably. It's fucking yep.
Yeah.
and actually,
Anyways.
bottled water displaces water
Yep.
because you're taking it out of its natural habitat, so it's not going back into that circle.
Yeah. It was crazy when they broke it down. They're like, think about it. It's like you're taking a natural resource that's free, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they're bottling it up
Yeah.
and selling it back to you
Yeah,
at a cost. Think about that.
No, I
It's like selling air. You know, it's like
You know
Facts.
what? And fuck it, when people stick their nose up at like turning on the faucet and getting water out of the faucet, I still drink faucet water.
yeah, that's old school.
I do too.
I get the
Intentionally.
rid of
Yeah.
the filters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that, but like
The minerals are good for you.
don't
anyways.
front on faucet water unless it's like well water. That's gross.
yeah, fucking eggs and
That
shit.
shit stinks.
Eggs.
You know.
Yes, what it smells like.
It was
sulfur.
always my grandma, man.
Like
She
salt.
always had well water when we
Yeah.
had to go over there.
Yeah. You ever been over somebody's house
Uh-huh.
that had Kool-Aid made with well water?
Oh, what that
Yeah,
what
damn
that do?
that.
It's like deviled egg Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Deviled egg Kool-Aid.
Yeah,
No, thank
man.
you.
That's what's up.
It's not cool.
Nah, I drink I
I brought my own
Faucet.
sodas. Thank you.
it's right here.
Shout out to White River, man. That's what's up.
Nah, I ain't fucking with that water.
Nah, ain't
I,
River.
I will not drink out of the White
There's
River.
plenty of minerals in White River.
I bet it is.
It's plenty of
Spirits too.
Limestone.
Spirits.
Literal spirits.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The ghosts of past.
They've pulled a number of bodies out of the White River.
Did you say the
over
ghost?
years.
Is the ghost of Christmas past in White River?
Could be,
It
might be.
could be, man. I don't know.
Yo,
Yeah.
that's
It's
crazy.
back in the manufacturing days and Anderson stuff. I always you probably
I remember the spill.
Used to heard.
Come on, man. You know I
used
heard
to
it.
always hear stories about multiple-eyed fish and all
Come
that
on,
shit.
man.
Like,
We used to hear when we were kids. To his point, when that spill happened, they used to talk about everything north or whatever. They had it sectioned off. And they used to tell us like, yeah, there was this one fish we found. It had 3 eyes and all this, and we thinking to ourselves, oh no, like the world is over. Like it's,
yeah.
you know what I mean? Like it was crazy. I remember that.
I think
I
those
definitely
are,
remember that.
Those are two things I think as a global Earth that we're gonna have to figure out is water
Yeah.
and plastic. I think those are the two things.
about the
biggest things?
Giant
Well, two of the biggest things.
pile of plastic the size of Texas that's
In the
out
ocean.
in the Pacific Ocean right
Yeah.
now. Yeah.
I don't
Just
know,
swirling
man.
around, man.
We're on our scientific facts on this episode.
Yeah.
I mean, that's cool though. That's
Tangent.
good. That's good conversation,
The
man.
Bill Nye.
You know, we're
episode.
multiple, well-rounded
For sure.
gentlemen, you know.
I read books, man. Come on.
Yeah,
Read them shits.
People know this.
Crazy thing is, I just saw Red August with an avocado tonight. Ain't that about a bitch? I don't know what he had it for, but we'll talk about that later.
He in the cartel, man.
Yeah,
You
clearly.
know?
He's just eating a whole
That
lot.
has to be what that means.
Absolutely.
Supplying all the blow
He had an
around
olive.
here.
Who has an avocado for no reason?
Had to
He
be
out here
smoking
flipping
storage.
them.
Something be selling them avocados.
What you don't know is they actually put the cocaine inside the avocado.
They're
When they
cocaine
grow.
avocados.
Look at Red August. He's shaking now. Look, I don't know what's wrong with him, man. Get your people. Hey, Jay Diff, get your people over there, man.
Hey, I ain't mad.
Yeah, I feel you.
That's how he got that Bugatti.
Shout out to Red August and avocados. All right.
But
So
he's got cocaine avocados.
Hey,
cocaine. Can you spell that?
Cocaine?
Yeah.
CUHCANE. Cocaine.
I would probably go with
Cocaine.
CUH.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cocaine.
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 All right, man. Let's shout out these partners real quick. Shout out to Dr. Coleman, Coleman Dental, 317-255-8546, located in Broad Ripple here in Indianapolis. Don't do that. Broad Ripple here in Indianapolis. You know, if you want to get your teeth right, make sure you go see Dr. Coleman. You know, he'll get you taken care of. Broad Rapple. Shout out to Broad Rapple. No Bad Ideas as well. We appreciate them. They have been a partner since day one. We have products strategically placed that is
Long
not
as folks, I
strategic.
see.
Is that what that is?
That is not strategic. But we all are rocking gear right now, except
That's
for
not what
Long.
that was meant to be. Don't
Yeah.
come after me.
Hey,
I
I'm
feel
just
you.
saying. On the G, that was some folks.
Hey,
Is
but
it when you put on top of the headphones?
Nah, it was just cocked to the right.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, that's all.
I ain't gonna even do that.
Crunk ain't dead.
I feel you. But shout out to No Bad Ideas. They have been a partner from day one, so we really appreciate them. You will see, as I said, products strategically placed. There's a backpack. I actually want that, but we'll talk about that later.
Will we?
Yeah, Indie CD and Vinyl.
If it's free, Mike wants it.
Indie CD and Vinyl, we really appreciate them as well. They continue to provide us with tons of wax. We've had signed wax, as we talked about.
Yep.
Over and over again. They really have taken care of us. One of our more recent partners. So make sure you shout them out as well. Bringing Down the Band, as always, is the hub, the place where you can find all the information pertaining to Bringing Down the Band, also new old heads as well. And also go to youtube.com and make sure you subscribe to Bringing Down the Band.
Hit the bell.
And hit the bell for notifications so you can stay in the loop as to what's
And comment and tell us what we are not
Make sure you
doing.
comment so we can tell y'all why y'all wrong. We really love to do that. So please put those comments in there. And who am I missing? Oh, Printfinity as always. Jay Diff is the CEO. Make sure you go online and check him out. A lot of dope merch, a lot of dope projects. I ain't mentioning no T-shirts or nothing this week. We ain't going down that road. So check my man out. He's good at what he does. All right. So let's get back into the rundown.
You still in the memorialty business?
You know, that's my bread and butter.
Yeah.
So you probably won't see that like fading anytime soon.
No time soon. You know.
Call them rip tees.
Yeah, rip tees.
Yeah. You know, he might add that to the site. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
I mean, it's his bread and butter.
I mean, yeah. Good job, buddy.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Let's see. So, Drake, I thought this was very interesting. There's a take. I have a take on this, but let me go ahead and talk about it. So, Drake actually quoted Benny the Butcher from Griselda on a post that he had on Instagram. So,
I thought you was about to talk about that like 2-hour interview he had.
Man, that mug was long, wasn't it? Man, he was quite emotional.
I don't need that much from Drake.
I don't need that.
I haven't even got all the way through it yet. So far, it's actually pretty decent.
He has he makes some good points about just music culture and things that he's gone through, but that's a long ass interview, man. Like when he gets to the Pusha T part, he's a little emotional.
I haven't even made it that far yet.
He doesn't show it, but I can tell based off what he's saying.
He said he lost. He admitted.
He did, but he also was. You have to watch it, and then we have to talk about it. But yeah, he was in his feelings a little bit. But it says among the myriad of revelations that Drake made in his sit down with Elliott Wilson and B. Dot, the most promising and positive snippet came from the rapper when he teased his enthusiasm with the joining members of the Griselda Records crew on the track. Specifically, Drake dropped off the name of Benny the Butcher, citing the group's hard-hitting and gimmickless raps, which is hilarious to me that he actually mentioned Benny. But there was a quote for a joint that Benny had, on a joint called Sunday School, had Jadakiss and 38 Special. And the actual bar it says, rappers, y'all compare me to niggas scared to meet me. It make their heart beat faster just hearing the truth. Like that's a bar that he actually put, and he paraphrased it. But Benny actually...
He didn't say meet me, he said scared of me too.
Oh, scared of me too, I'm sorry. Thank you, Spoolz. But Benny actually posted, after this came out and Drake did his post, he said, let's go. This will fuck niggas up, is what he said with the cosign, talking about Benny. This just takes me back to like Drake in terms of, from a hip-hop standpoint, him always co-signing people that are extremely dope but never doing shit with them. Like it goes back to Fonte. For me, this is my take, where he talks about, I love Ninth Wonder and Little Brother, and they just raised me, and I just love those guys, and blah, 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 but you never really did nothing with them. You know what I'm saying? So now it's like, okay, so I'm going to use Griselda, talk about them, because I know that Elliott Wilson and B-Dot, they really rock with them. I'm going to mention, Benny, just because Benny and Griselda's popping right now, but you really not messing with them. Like, you really not about to... I don't see a feature in the foreseeable future. I could be wrong, but to me, this is just gas. Like, this is just something that sounds dope to say in an interview. To that, you guys say what?
Well, I mean, they are on Shady, right? So it is...
Right.
It's not like a... I mean, they are doing something kind of on a major level, so maybe...
Well, I mean, yeah, they got the...
Maybe you could see that.
I mean, the deal with Rock Nation, Hov is in there as well. He really rocking with him. We saw that video with, Benny and them playing him some records a few months back. But I just don't see it, man. Like, to me, this is just a cool thing to say. Like, again, I'll stand corrected if it does pop up, Spoolz, but I just don't see it coming to fruition. It just sounds like something dope to say in an interview.
I hope it doesn't.
Yeah, you hope Spoolz don't want to see that.
I mean, just like it was
with you.
Cool to say, hey, I love Fonte, but after the mixtape days, you don't do anything with Fonte.
That's whack to me. That's always been whack. Spoolz, you said you don't want to see it?
I'd rather not hear it.
Okay.
To be honest with you.
What if Benny bodies him on a record?
That'd be funny.
Okay.
Okay. But I think he would. I think
I
Benny's a better rapper than Drake is.
I 100% think
they don't rap about the same shit, though.
That's another thing. That's a great point, Sean. I don't know how good. I mean, like, it's not... Like, Drake's not a tough guy.
What if
he's just not. I know this is like the agenda that I feel like he's always tried to push for a long time. He's just not a tough guy.
I think it's him.
Griselda and those dudes, they're tougher guys.
Yeah, I agree.
Their subject matter is completely different. They're, the way they go up, they're just completely different, man.
So Benny's going to talk about May Street and all the stuff they talk about back in Buffalo, and then Drake's gonna talk about like the girl that didn't text him back. Like, how does this work? Like, is that what it's gonna be?
Cold days in Toronto, man. They just have to make winter coat. They just has to be a song about winter coats, and they'll be all right.
Yep.
The majority of his material is
I would
like,
love to hear Drake try to talk about like selling dope. It would just
no, I don't want to hear that.
Nah, he wouldn't do that.
I remember one time he talked about catching a body or don't make me catch a body, and I remember hearing that lyric and I laughed out loud.
He's really not talking about catching a literal body. It's just from a rapping standpoint.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Gotcha.
okay. What do you think?
That's not what I
Spoolz
picked
didn't
up
see
on
it
that
that way.
particular song. But
What you think?
Yeah, I think it's cool to like. I think it's cool to like somebody. You know what I mean? Like Drake likes a dope MC. That's great.
I don't think that shit genuine in my opinion.
And I think it's cool for Drake to shout Benny out too. And I don't blame Benny if he wanted to do something like that. That would help him out.
That I wouldn't be mad at. For him, I don't think it would work. But I'm looking at it from a standpoint of him get on the record and bodying him. To me, that's appealing. Go ahead, Jay Diff.
This is the difference to me. When he spoke about Fonte and Pooh and Ninth, it was on him trying to ascend.
Okay.
He got to a level where he's bigger than them, and he still should have extended the olive branch, pulled him up, whatever. But Drake is like we've discussed, is a pop star.
100%.
So right now, Griselda is hot.
Yeah.
Or they're picking up steam per se. It would only make sense for him to try to do a record with them. He's done records with Lesser.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I'm just saying.
But that goes to what I'm saying, though. I think it's chess. Like, I don't think he really rock with.
He might not
Griselda
rock with him,
like
but
that.
you don't got to rock with somebody to do a record with.
Maybe
him.
not artistically, but Drake is ahead. Whether you like his music or not, he sees and hears everything that happens.
I'll never
in the
take
game.
that away from him because I know he can rap. So I won't take that away from him.
But just as a fan, he's a fan of hip hop.
Yeah,
He is.
I'm just saying,
He's also a wave writer, I think is what I called him earlier.
I just don't think it's genuine. Go ahead, Lo.
Yeah, but I mean that's all around everywhere, though. Really, I mean, wave riding. I mean, you could literally say that. I mean, even the Griselda sound right now, everybody is riding their wave right now.
Everybody's riding that wave.
A lot of people do that. A lot of people
riding the baby's wave.
I agree.
But I also like when people are just genuine too.
For sure. But I feel like there's a common ground they could probably come on. I mean, Benny doesn't have to rap about the same shit every time. I think he's talented enough not to.
I agree.
I
agree.
And Drake can rap.
No question.
So I feel like they could potentially do a song, but it's gonna be.
I don't know, man.
I don't know what it would sound like.
That's what I'm
Just
saying.
like their style, the vocabulary that they use, the
lingo and shit.
Like I hear this coming off as Benny being Benny, and I feel like Drake trying to overcompensate on some toughness type shit. To his point, like that's what I hear.
I could see that, or him trying to overcompensate with his bars. I know you say that you guys feel like Drake's a really good rapper, and maybe
I do think he can rap.
I don't know. We just differ. I think he's an okay rapper, but like I feel like his metaphors and his similes and shit I've heard are real simple, and I can see him trying to step those up and step on himself too.
I don't think Benny's are that much greater than Drake's though.
I do. I absolutely do. Yeah.
I think. See,
now the subject matter is way different.
The
For
subject,
sure.
You know what I mean?
subject's different.
So-
I think Benny raps about different shit, but if we're going to talk about similes and metaphors and stuff,
Oh, I think
bar for bar,
Oh yeah, for sure.
I don't know. Not when
Hands
Drake.
down.
Not when Drake's rapping.
Drake's shit's real simple. Benny's shit
Not when
isn't
he's
always
rapping,
very
though.
simple.
yeah, I'm gonna disagree with Drake
I don't
being
know,
simple.
man.
Spoolz. I can't vouch for that one.
Okay.
But
That's just
I
my
think-
opinion.
Benny's more consistent. I'll give him that.
Yeah, I can't. I'm not gonna diss him and say he's simple. That's just my
Benny,
opinion,
I would just
I
say
didn't say
Benny's probably just more.
that, but
it's
that's-
just more your cup of tea. Is more what you
and that's
like,
fine. Yeah,
which is cool. But I see
Just,
him
just
extending.
ability. Yeah. We don't have
I
to get
see
into it that
Drake.
much, but-
All right,
Drake
you know what we
trying
need to do?
Oh
Here's
man,
what we need to do. We need to make a top 50 rappers list.
No,
no man,
Let's make it-
hell
no.
no.
Let's make it bigger than that. We should start with a bigger pool.
Let's do it like 150.
Hell no.
They stretch it out over 8 episodes.
I'm good.
We should do that.
I'm good on that one. But no, I think Drake's just trying to get somebody that's Pusha T esque on his side, just in case something else
that's clever
goes down.
I didn't think about that.
And he has somebody that is, you know what I'm saying?
And his rebuttal, well, not rebuttal, his reasoning about and logic about what happened with Pusha T. Again, I know you still got to peep, but he's like, yeah, he won. And he's like, but all the stuff that he said is fabricated. And, you know, I grew up thinking Pusha T was the biggest drug dealer in the world. And he was selling coke across across the country. And I wanted to be on the Neptune.
In
and
avocados.
that type of stuff. In avocados. Red August, we see you. And he continued to talk about that shit, but he was like, I found out all that shit was fake. And these dudes are just not those dudes that they say they are. And I'm like, wow, right. Okay.
But they kind of are, though.
Yeah. I'm like, I mean, they people
weren't,
to be like, this guy's not that guy that he says he is. I don't think you're that guy.
They wouldn't like moving like piano weight and shit like that, or whale weight. I wouldn't say that, but
whale weight,
like a fucking whale.
Yeah, you know, like well water. Catch the references, man.
I see you. I just he said it easy, like he moved whale weight before. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Assumptions. Anyway,
I ain't trying to incriminate you, brother. I apologize.
They definitely was out there doing some shit. You know what I'm saying? That Drake's not used to, or would be mad uncomfortable around.
He probably was on Degrassi when they was out there.
He definitely was on Degrassi in a wheelchair when that was. Well, actually, they might have been.
They probably was doing it before that. I don't know. Drake's younger, so.
But I mean, they talked about all their homies that caught cases during the time they was out. Like the shit was still going on.
Yep.
And I'm sure they were probably still funding that shit. So
yeah.
I'm just saying.
I think I'm cool on just the concept of this happening. However, I would be very curious just for the standpoint of Benny being able to, you know, get a chance to really put people on notice. That's the bright spot for me. I just don't know if it sonically, if it actually works.
You always ask, would you listen? I would listen to this.
I definitely would listen.
Like I'd be curious.
Suppose you got to at least listen.
Yeah, I'll give it a listen.
Yeah, give it a shot. You know what I'm saying? You in, Jay Diff, at least listen.
I had to chop Pete. Pusha T got verse of the year
for
the Benny the Butcher track.
Really?
Yeah.
That was verse of the year?
He got verse of the year off
from the plugs I met?
Yep.
Interesting.
I got to go back. I remember the verse. So I got to go back.
No, actually, not that one. The one on Freddie Gibbs joint.
Oh
yeah.
On that one.
Good verse.
Yeah. That verse.
Palmolive.
Yeah, Palmolive.
That joint is hard, man.
Yeah.
Verse of the year.
Verse of the year.
Huh.
That's tough.
That song is so cold. Like I probably just was going off just the vibe. So I had to go back and listen to that. Huh. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
That record is tough.
Yeah.
And I might have to look
Drake really want to be his friend.
Who?
Pusha T.
Yeah, but I can't I can't hear Drake on the the Palmolive beat like that. That would ruin that.
That's
shit.
not what I said.
I'm not
at
saying
all.
you did. I'm just saying out loud. I'm
it.
thinking that would ruin the whole shit. Like,
what if Freddie Gibbs and Pusha T did a joint album?
Oh, that would be tough. That would be tough.
I'd like that.
Yeah, you got two dope
Pusha
MCs.
T and Freddie Gibbs.
That'd be dope.
Yeah. But I need to me that hinges on the production. I know what they're gonna do. Yeah. We talking Mad Lib, we talking, Mad Lib and whoever. Like that's all I need to know because everything else gonna take care of itself. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like Mad Lib said, he has the joint with Quali and Mos or Yasin Babe.
Education.
When they did the education joint,
I guess they got Black Star.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to call them. But I guess they got an album that's complete. It's finished.
I'm talking about something else.
No, but I follow you. I guess that album was done. Like I'm really curious about, where they go. Like Quali was like, there are no club records, there are no this, there are no that. Like we just in there bodying it. And I'm like, I'm here for that. Like Quali and Mos over Mad Lib production, I'm here for that.
What was that record that dropped this year that had like Benny and Black Thought on it? And
that was on the plugs I met.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Al Green sample.
Now that song
that's
talking
tough.
about
that album
verse
was
of
in
the
my
year.
top 10 for the year.
Yeah, that's tough.
Talking about adversity here, though.
Black Thought, like, and here's the thing. I had this conversation at at the kid talking about Benny and Black Thought on that record, and everybody's like, "Oh man, Black Thought just came through and I'm just like, when does he not come through and just body?" You know what I'm saying? Like the fact that Benny actually was killing it.
Yeah.
But when Black Thought comes in, it's just like, okay, so this is Black Thought doing Black Thought stuff. Like he does that to
almost to his own detriment.
Yeah, it's like no matter who he gets on the record with, that's going to happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's not to knock Benny, because Benny bodied that shit, but it just happens. Like every time he get with something, like it's a rap. Like he just bodies everything. You know what I'm saying? So, Black Thought is just a lead MC. That's how I describe it. Like, it's no knock on Benny. Like, he held his own. It's just, it's unfortunate. The joint, matter of fact, the joint with that he had with Freddie Gibbs was cold.
Yeah.
What was the name of that? What was the name of that album? Oh man, I feel bad. The Freddie Gibbs album that had the Black Thought feature, where they were going back and forth. I have to look it up.
I don't even remember that.
But he got busy on that. Freddie Gibbs did his thing, but then it's like, okay, here's Black Thought again. Like it's the same shit.
I mean, the education verse even. With Most and Black Thought. Wait, was he on?
Most is on. No, Most and I got the internet right here, Spoolz. I'm tripping.
That was Black Thought, wasn't it? Education. Yeah. It was on one of the last tracks of Bandana.
Yep. Body.
Yeah.
I mean, fam is cold, so
that's
why he was really high on our list, and a lot of people was mad about that, but they'll get over it. Make your own list, goddammit. And nobody wants to do that. All right.
No, everybody wants to do that.
Now they want to do it.
Everybody has
a lot of
done
people
it.
did.
Yeah. There's 100 lists coming out after that. We saw a list locally based. Best Indianapolis rapper. Best Indianapolis rapper that does trap music. Best Indianapolis rapper that just raps. Best Indianapolis rapper that
it just raps.
Yeah. Like I saw so many goofy ass lists. I was like, what are y'all doing out here?
My neighbor Freddie.
Huh?
Nothing.
Sorry.
Yeah.
All right, man. So
He made the list.
Yeah, my neighbor. Yeah.
Did you make the list on any of the rap lists?
No. Oh, well, what?
Any of the lists for Indianapolis? Did you make any of the lists?
No, I didn't. I don't even know who made them.
Okay.
Then again, I didn't know a lot of the people that were on them either. So.
Okay, just checking.
Yeah.
You don't feel offended, do you?
No.
I feel you.
Why wasn't on the goddamn list?
I don't know, but this bitch regular, man.
I feel you. All right, man. So the homie Big Gipp was in the news. Oh man, Jay Moore's ready.
We stepping out.
So Big Gipp has shown his support for a proposed heterosexual Pride Month on social media. The Goody Mob member gave his stance on the idea via Instagram. This is on Friday, December 27th. And this is his quote. He says, "With the total push of other ways of living, let's all please remember we all come from this right here." Gipp wrote, and this is on Instagram. No disrespect to no one, but
That means he's disrespecting somebody.
But let's push this more in 2020. The post was paired with an image of a heterosexual couple shielding a child from a rainbow with a heterosexual pride with the umbrella, pretty much with the rain coming down. So,
let me ask you something, man.
Yes, sir.
Why don't we have a White Pride Month?
I knew you was gonna say that. That's
First
why
of all,
I knew this.
I'm
This
looking-
opens
you took
up
the words
all
out
of
of my
that.
mouth.
I knew you was gonna say.
When
that.
are we gonna have a white expo?
Oh,
I just don't know why we haven't had a white entertainment television.
I knew this was coming. I knew this was coming.
First
That's
of all,
why-
there is a white expo. It's called Boat and Home Shows.
Yeah.
It's called the Indy 500.
And there is white.
Don't do that. Don't
There
do
is
that.
white entertainment television. It's
called
CBS,
CBS.
NBC, and ABC. Yeah.
Shout out to the Sly Fox.
Yeah.
Don't do that for the 500, man.
It
I saw
is.
at least 4 black people when I was there.
What are you talking about? Plenty of black people watch CBS.
No, man, I saw like 4.
Just like plenty of white people watch BET.
They do. I saw about 4 or 5 black people at the 500 though. So
4 or 5
do
of them, and yourself too.
that. Huh? Yeah, include me.
Well,
He
obviously.
was out there.
Well, then, all right, you know.
Yeah, I was out there. I was on turn. Never mind. All
Hey,
right.
White Expo is lit though.
Huh?
White Expo is lit.
A lot of beer.
Boat
500
sport and travel
weekend.
show.
Shit, 500 weekend.
They sell cross
It's a
colors.
goddamn party.
No, White Expo, you can drink beer at 5 o'clock in the morning and the
Yeah.
police don't
Word.
say nothing.
They don't say a goddamn thing.
Yeah, they sell cross colors.
They sell corn dogs.
Which isn't cross colors, but you
What
can
about
still buy them.
What about shea butter? Can I get that?
You can get you a rebel flag.
Oh man, that's tough.
Hey, man, it's hereditary. It's part of I
Man,
can't even-
straight up.
It's just ricin', man.
What
I
is
can't
the
even
deal
see Joe
with
Harvey's face
motherfuckers
right
that
now,
support
man.
that fucking flag? Like,
Oh, there he is.
it got to be the most sorest losers on the face of the earth.
Hey,
Yeah.
man, it's my culture, right?
Listen alone. Lone preacher right now.
It's where I come from. Even though I don't come from the South.
Sore loser ass flag.
Mississippi's flag, is still like goofy
that?
looking.
Chicago.
So
don't-
is
South
so is
Carolina.
Georgia's.
South
the Cubs
Carolina
don't fly to
just-
W when they lose a game, do they?
They don't.
They don't.
So why the fuck are we still flying this goddamn?
They just took it off of South Carolina's state house, like within the last 10 years.
Wow.
No, after, Dylan Roof went in there and
Oh, yeah.
shot all those people in the church, they're like,
Yeah,
hey,
yeah,
maybe
yeah,
this
yeah,
isn't a good look.
Yeah, it was a
As
response.
we taking the go ahead.
That's right. It was up longer. It was less than 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to Big Gipp.
Jay Diff, tell me about Gipp though. What is the possibility of somebody taking Gipp serious on this? Because I knew as soon as he said, White History Month and white entertainment,
Well,
I knew
they were
this
trolling.
all this was coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there are people that think like that though.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm saying.
Somebody
So-
actually in junior high school
Uh huh.
got beat the fuck up on over some shit like that, and it made the news. in,
Oh, word?
Good old Warren
When you were
Township.
when you were in junior high school?
Yep, my junior high school actually.
Where were you at when they
For
was
having a
getting beat
straight
up?
parade?
Creston.
Where were you at when they was getting beat up?
Well, actually, it was more about why isn't there a White History Month
Okay.
during Black History Month?
Yeah.
It got ugly for.
Were
the
you
kid.
offended?
What?
I'm just saying. Where were you? I'm just asking.
Where was I?
Yeah.
I was at school.
That's not what I'm looking for, man. You weren't involved.
Listen. Moving on.
He's Vlad TV and you.
Yeah, I know,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Big Gipp.
Did you grow up? Did you have like were you loved as a child? Like
What?
that's
What does
black,
that
black
mean,
question.
fam?
Yeah.
That's off the
You got-
rails.
do you have a family? Like that's
Yeah, I was about to give you a good Webby
okay.
response.
Y'all finished or y'all done?
Yeah,
Sorry.
back to
Plane
I
back to
crashed
Gipp.
into the mountain.
I turned into Vlad. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
man.
back
Go
to
ahead.
Gipp. I understand what he's trying to do.
Yeah.
The imagery may be a little off putting
Yeah.
to some.
I knew that wasn't gonna make it. When I
Yeah,
saw the
that's-
picture, I was like, nah, they gonna shoot this one down. This ain't
Yeah,
gonna make it.
it's a wrap for that.
Yeah, it's over for that.
But I mean, I understand what he's saying. As far as being prideful that you are a heterosexual, why not?
Right. See,
I mean, I'm just saying.
see,
If he wants to be prideful that he likes girls,
But there's nothing to be prideful
see,
about.
lone
well, then
is,
there should be nothing to be prideful if you like dudes. Then I
Lone-
understand that.
lone-
It's
that
the
angle.
different. Well,
lone
it's
is
the
heterosexual
marginalization.
It's
shaming.
the
right now.
marginalization. It's just like why there's black pride and there's not white pride is not accepted in America. Is the same reason why the heterosexual patriarchy is what it is, and gay marriage, was in Indiana 5 years ago
Yeah,
was
that-
allowed. You know,
Six.
I think
Six
what his
years?
problem is,
Uh huh.
he lives in Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay.
Atlanta, Georgia is a beautiful place,
It sure is.
but
Yeah.
you can
Family
make a
down
couple
there.
wrong turns.
You
and
go to
end up
Lenox
somewhere you
Mall
don't
on the
wanna be.
wrong weekend.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can end up somewhere that you might not want to gain any participation points. in.
that's a fact. That's a fact.
But
I got family down
I
there. That's a
mean,
fact.
that's their
Oh,
lifestyle.
word?
I could care less.
Don't do that, Jay Moore. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah,
participation
I
points.
could care less as far as somebody's preference, what they like, what they do.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. But I mean, as far as Gipp is concerned,
Yeah.
he will have some followers. There's some followers for every movement,
True.
regardless of however you want to disagree or agree with it.
Yeah.
Somebody else agrees with what he's doing and what he wants to do, and he'll have some motherfuckers show up.
I
Hell, you
believe
seen
that.
all them tiki torches show up in
Man, that was tough.
Carolina, what we was just talking about when they got rid of the flag. They had something to do with all that shit. So
that was in Charlottesville.
Charlottesville,
with
That was
the
about taking
Confederate.
down. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, there's good people on both sides.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's something. Speaking of this, you know how people say that there's a gay agenda.
Yeah.
I've seen people on social media in the last days say that there's a straight agenda now.
Oh wow, that's some 2019
that was just
shit.
being
If I ain't
born.
never seen it.
Well,
That's some 2019 shit for sure.
yeah.
Everything has an agenda, and there's a shame or
Offensive.
offended or
Yeah, I agree.
yeah.
Gotta be careful how you move out here, man. Like
I think we should bring shame back.
Shane back.
I'm with that.
Yeah.
like
You
Jay
should
Moore.
be-
Jay
you should
Moore
be
could
ashamed of being a dope fiend and a weirdo.
Motherfuckers ought to be shamed. Some people ought to be shamed for some of this shit they doing.
like it's
And they need to be
2009.
tarred and feathered. God damn it.
Tarred and feathered.
Yeah.
Wow, let's make
That
sure
sounded
we
like
get,
Judge Mathis right there. Why
take
you
offense
guys
to
here
that
being a
one.
dope fiend?
let's
The
make
damn
sure we,
weirdo.
let's make sure we get a graphic for that. Tarred and feathered and hog-tied. How about that?
In front of everybody. Everybody come look at him get tarred and feathered.
I know who won't be able to help with the hog tying.
Who's
Who's that?
R. Kelly.
God
Nah.
damn it. He probably get the he'll get the day off for that. For good behavior. So he
Man,
got
that
a hog tie.
There's no such thing as good behavior
doesn't
when it
know
comes
how.
to R. Kelly.
That was the dumbest shit I ever seen, man. With that when he was trying to justify.
He didn't know how.
Yeah, it's the text message. Like she text messaged me saying that I tried to hog tie her.
The way he said,
Hog tie her.
like,
Oh no,
wanna
hog
hog
tie
tie.
people. Why would I hog tie? Like get your goofy. Never mind.
Yeah.
All right, so
he's just not gonna be able
One
to
of
help.
the best moments of 2019.
100%. So Lone says,
Well, not for one person.
Well, yeah.
His commissary probably good.
yeah, but
He probably
He couldn't get him.
He
a
can't read his,
McDonald's
Careful now.
sandwich when he got out. I
He can't
thought.
read his fan
the
mail.
first time.
he definitely needed to be with
Yeah.
LeVar Burton 100%.
he's probably making some pretty good slams in there.
Yeah.
Think so?
Yeah.
Shout out to LeVar Burton. Jay Moore know I'm
He
talking
in there
about.
winning the prison talent contest every
You know
month.
he is.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Trading my life. No, I'm just
People aren't going to let that shit ride for too long.
Not at all.
Yeah, it's like, man, you're not winning again.
Yeah.
Nah. Yep.
Hey man, I
Heterosexual pride.
the Gipp start like a. What I don't know is if he started a page like on YouTube. Is there a page for this movement, or
Oh,
was
I
it
don't
just
know.
him? I know the initial post was just on his page. But I'm trying to figure out if he started like a .org or some shit like
Stop
that. like-
oppressing my heterosexuality, okay?
Oh my god, man.
Damn it.
I wonder as a society or just as human beings if we'll ever get to the point where we don't see a win for one person as a loss for another all the time.
Well
No.
said.
For sure.
everything.
Well said.
I think that might be the era we're in right now, but I'm curious about that as well.
Like,
Well said.
Too far away from perfection to think that it's going to get any fucking better.
I can't say I
If
disagree.
anything, it
Got
gets
deep.
worse. Because, I mean, literally, what's crazy is Obama has not been president
How long?
for almost 4 years.
Yes, sir.
And we're still getting people that say that the division happened because of President Obama.
100%.
That is so fucking weird to me.
Yeah.
And in reality, the division happened because people didn't want to see him in that position.
his win was so many people's loss.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah, it's deeper
There it
than that.
is. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like Nestle deep.
Even though
Yeah.
they didn't lose anything, his
Didn't
win
lose
was
shit.
so many people's
Stupid.
loss.
But that's when shit start like getting all
Yeah.
yeah.
They still bring the crazy thing is, for some reason, Obama is still brought up often. Like people still bring him up, man.
I
If
feel
Obama
like
did,
that's probably standard for the course, though, isn't
you
it?
think so?
For the next, I don't
This
know.
this late, like he's been out for how long?
Like Bush talk about Clinton's, and,
Oh, they all do that to each other, man.
Yeah.
So you think that lasts for 4 years after the fact?
I mean,
right?
think about how much we talked about Bush when Obama was in office.
For
Fair.
probably a good
That's
4
fair.
years.
Yeah.
Stop,
Five,
man.
if
Because
not
I mean, he
longer,
kept
yeah.
fucking up. I mean,
Yeah. Okay, I stand corrected.
And there are people that feel
it's still goofy. I mean, I get it. It's
It's just like I mean, I don't
We
know
don't
the
need to do
significance
that.
of it. I don't
Oh, it's
understand.
silly. Yeah.
Yeah.
But, you know, outside of the bipartisan nature of our country, which is kind of ridiculous too, which I think creates a lot of this. Yeah, there are people that don't feel like Obama did that great of a job.
Right.
And they have valid arguments for that, like political ones. But it's the folks who kind of that have that cognitive dissonance of like the inability to see anything that Obama did, you know, that he did do well. And Trump is the one that's, you know, come in here to take it all back. Like those are the
Savior.
folks that are
saving the day,
I don't know how reachable.
grabbing them by the pussy.
Yeah.
That's how
Wow.
reachable it is.
Wow.
I agree. Yeah.
I always respect the people that are open. I respect them now. The people that are open about their support for Trump. Like the worst people are the people that cape for Trump.
Or worser. Shouts to Meek Mill.
Yeah, I see you. The people that really cape for Trump, but they always say, I have a right to keep my vote private, so I don't have to say where I really stand, but I'm always saying Trump type shit. I'm like, fam, just come out and say that you really rock with him. I respect you if you say that, like, but stop being like,
Do.
I just don't get it, man.
There's this Dave Chappelle part in his stand-up where he talks about how white folks will never tell you about who they'll vote for.
He's like, I'm trying to tell you about fucking my wife.
Yeah, he's like, I'm trying to tell you about fucking my wife in the ass, and you keep wanting to know who I voted for. Like that. Like,
Stop getting so personal.
So, anyways, we were.
Yeah, that shit is crazy to me, man. Just come out and be like, yeah, I mess with him, and just say that, and it's cool. I know where you stand. All right, see you at the family reunion, I guess.
Yeah.
But
Oh yeah.
yeah, I still holler at them at the family reunion. But I'm just saying, like, there's so many people that do that, mug, and it's just like, yeah, I don't know where I stand, but I really like what this guy's doing, but I don't know if I really want to tell
I don't
everybody.
know, man.
Like, I don't know.
Most people I know that are like that are just apolitical in general.
That's
but-
fair. Maybe that's what it is, and maybe those are people. But I'm just saying, from me, in my opinion, I'd look at you different if you just came out and was like, yeah, I like him.
I like racism.
Yeah,
if we
just
had
say
to bet right now, December 31st, now technically, if Trump's going to get reelected, what would you say?
Yes,
I would also say yes.
100%.
Say that. What was the question?
Will Trump get reelected?
Yes.
Yes.
Probably.
I think the impeachment situation gassed.
that don't mean shit.
I think it gassed his supporters. Like it set the narrative now.
I just want to
think.
see if the Democratic side of things
depends
gets
who the
the
candidate
nomination
is.
right.
Yeah, it depends who that is. I
If
think.
Joe Biden can stop having senior moments.
If
I
Joe
think we'll be
Biden is
all
a
right.
candidate, Trump will be president.
It's a wrap.
Yeah.
That's what I agree. I
think
agree
if-
100%.
I think if Elizabeth Warren is the candidate, I think it'll also be Trump.
Yeah.
Okay.
You think so?
Um,
I think
Yep.
she's the best candidate right
You
now.
think?
Mm-hmm.
I'm
But
on
I-
the Yang
but I don't-
gang.
I
I'm not
like
gonna
Yang,
lie.
man.
Yeah.
I like
My
Yang,
cousin
but I
James put me
think
on them.
Warren's just more seasoned,
More
She's been
thorough.
around a little bit longer. So
And she's definitely been around longer.
Yeah.
It's messed up, man.
no, but they need to. My brother and I were talking about this. My brother, he's very politically savvy. I'll just put it that way. And he was talking about like the process of the primaries and what that's like. It's the party tears itself apart.
For
And
sure.
everybody comes out limping, even the winner.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then
yeah.
that limp person limping has to go up against a person that's just been sitting there waiting for him.
Well, it's
Yeah.
also, it's
Yeah.
also well, I mean, the DNC did it to themselves last time.
Yep.
You know, by essentially sabotaging Bernie.
Yeah.
You know, but I saw that. I can't say I saw it coming because I wasn't overly surprised Trump won, but I was like, wow, really? I was like,
It's crazy, man. I'll never forget that night. We were at at your crib, man. I'll never forget that, man. You kept
No, I
telling
was
me
at
about.
Coach's.
Were you at Coach's?
Oh my! And Metronome played once he it was
Donald Trump.
declared. They played that
That was
earlier.
not yet.
Impeach the president.
Peace
But
president.
you know, after it was declared he was the winner, he played REM. It's the end of the world as we know it.
Lone kept telling me, I never forget. I think it was Michigan and
Wisconsin.
one of those big swing states, Michigan and one of those two.
Yeah.
He was like, dude, just keep watching this state. And I'm like, all right, man, all right. And then when it came in, I was like, he's like, yep.
That's the one reason. Like, if I know he's a long shot, but if Yang does get the support, I think he could. I think he would beat Trump easily. But
I like him.
I agree.
I do like Yang. Yeah, I definitely like him. All right, so that's going to do it for this episode 166. Make sure you go to YouTube and search Bringing Down the Band, subscribe, and also hit the bell for notifications. Our Patreon / New Old Heads as well. Make sure you check that out. We have some great things going on there in terms of our membership and things that you will be able to take part in if you become a member. We appreciate all the support as always for the entire crew. I am Major 7th, and we will see y'all next week.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy
you
New
filthy
Year.
animals. God damn it.
Shout out to Red August and the Avocados.